Hello everyone, so this is Beat Gautam here of .NET Techie YouTube channel, and today I'm gonna to explain you how to create an application which has CRUD operation involved in Angular 9, and it will be using RESTful services. Okay, so we will use RESTful service, we will use Angular project and create the application. Without wasting much time, I will go and show you what you are gonna to learn. So this is my form which I have, and I have maximized it little bit so that it is clear to you what we have. So okay, so there are different kind of controls. There is validation in the place, there is password validation, username validation, there is email validation, and there are different kind of validation, calendar control, drop down control, everything is there. So let's without wasting much time, fill up the form. So let's see, I have filled this form, this username. Okay, so let me put username over here, and let me fill up the password. So the password is still not valid and not strong. The moment it's valid, error message will go. Let's fill up for this email. Email is still not valid. The moment it is valid, it will validation error message will go. This is country group drop down, and let's fill up the phone number. So there are two controls without validation, and other controls are there with some kind of validation. For example, so you are going to learn the form, you are going to learn validations, you are going to learn creating the component, creating the services, interacting with the RESTful API. Alright, so here you go. I will hit on the submit button and it says record inserted successfully. Alright, so this is for the create part, and let me reset it to the normal view. Okay, yeah, this one is much better. Let me see read. If I read all the records, it will display whatever the record is there in my database. That sounds good. Let's go to third part. If I wanted to update any of the records, I have to select those records. So let's say I have selected this one, and let me clear first again over here. So everything has been cleared, and let me select this one. So I have selected this. Let me select this one. Before selecting, I need to clear it. So that's what the logic behind it. And the moment I select it, it has the value, and we will just edit these fields and this, and we'll hit the submit. So this update should work. So update is working fine. Alright, let's say I wanted to delete some of the records. So I have pressed all the records, and let's say I wanted to delete this one. And since this one is not coming directly, that form was not valid. So I will hit the submit. Alright, let's close it and go to read, and it has deleted or not. Yeah, definitely it has deleted. So this is what you are gonna to learn, and if you follow me step by step, you will definitely be able to create this kind of UI and application which will be interacting with RESTful API. Alright, so let's see what we have to do first. So I have prepared some small notes for you, which I will put in my video description as well, and if you have any questions, you can just comment on that. So first of all, you have to run this command and create the project in some directory. So what is the command? ng new CRUD app. Okay, I will provide the help link if you don't know how to create the Angular 9 application. Okay, next thing is that whatever the CRUD app you have created, navigate to directory, change directory to CRUD app. Okay, alright, we have done it. Then third thing, after that we have to create few components. So I have created different components. So I will say ngc create dialog, read dialog, update dialog, delete dialog. Okay, then I need one service which will be interacting with the component, which will be ngs CRUD service. Alright, then we have requirement of some libraries to help me in order to have the proper controls, toaster masses, and other stuff. So what I will do, through the help of a schematic, we will add ng add @angular/material. Okay, so if this is successful. Then we'll go to the next one, npm install ngx toaster, and we'll save it. Okay, next is npm install angular/animations, and we'll save it. So these are the required library for this project. We have installed it. Then after that we will create a web API. It will be a simple quick 2 minutes job to create the web API. After that we will put required HTML into TS component. So we have seen the demo how it works. Now simply I will close this all the open components and we'll go one by one. What is there in the component, what is there in the service, how form validation is working, and each and everything will learn over here. Alright, so just a moment, just wait for it. VS Code is taking little bit time, so you can just skip for 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Alright, so there you go, everything has been closed. Now, so what I wanted to do is, I just want to show you few components. Okay, so this is my main component, no problem. So main thing I wanted to show you is these components. So let me collect each and everything and only open the required things. Alright, and explain you the code. So on top of that, we will first go and check the module.ts, what is there in the module.ts. So we'll go to the import statement. These are different import statements such as HTTP client for interacting the RESTful service. Then we have a routing, browser animation, toaster modules. These are the things which we have imported, and few Angular material components or material module. Then we have imported the service as well. This service I have imported over here in my provider so that it will be available globally. So this is my module.ts in case you want to take a look, or definitely I will be providing you the code as well, which you can see in the descriptions. So this is my module.ts. Now let's go and directly jump on the CRUD component. So yeah, CRUD component is the base one which has 4 buttons. So what is required is we have to navigate to create dialog component, where we have required type scripts for controls, and this one is the component. So we'll go from starting onwards. What we have done is we have imported required things over here. Alright, so these are the required things: form group, form validation, observable, and toaster service to show the message, CRUD service to interact with RESTful API. This is the interface which we have created for country group in order to bind the country group. Alright, this is the filter which is going to get used by country group again. When we enter one character, it will display all of the character. Alright, so here onwards my component starts. We have one form group, we have this one we are not using. Then country group list we are having over here, and in the constructor we are injecting CRUD service, form builder, and toaster service. And in ng on init we have initialized the form group, and form group is having these controls: first name, last name, username, password, email, country, phone, and date of birth. Different kind of validation is in place, such as username should have minimum 3 length and maximum 11. Password should have some function validation, which is check password, and I will show you the what check password is doing. Then email is having some user specific validation that will show. Then lastly we are hitting value on change of the country control. Alright, next is filter group for country control, which will return the group of the country. This is the check password validation, which is whatever the control value we are taking, we are matching with regular expression and we are showing the message according to that. Then we have get error message for email. The form group email is required, you must enter the value. Alright, and we have validation for the if email is not valid. We have error message for first name, we have error message for username for different kind of validation, then we have message get error message for password. Where these functions are getting used, I will show you once we will go to HTML part of this. And this is on submit button. When we click on the submit button, this gets fired. What we do, we are calling a CRUD service, supplying the value and subscribing the response. If response comes, we are saying successful and showing the particular ID what got inserted. If response is not successful, we are showing the error message. Alright, we will show the CRUD service as well just a moment. Then we have reset. Now let's talk about the CRUD service first, then we will move to HTML. So here you go on the CRUD service. So in the CRUD service, we have injectable, observable, catch error, HTTP client, headers, HTTP error response, and registration is the model which we are trying to insert. So what we have done, we have initialized the API URL. This is my API URL. Then we have initialized our headers. Then after that, in the constructor, we have injected HTTP client. Okay. Then this is method which we are calling from the create insert task observable of any event return. My API URL is this, and what I'm doing this .http.post. So you are learning over here how to call RESTful API from Angular. Supply the API URL. Data will be the part of the form data which I am sending, and this will be the header. If there is any error, you catch on this function. So we have catch error function over here, and this is what is by default provided by this particular module over here. We were in the CRUD service, right? So CRUD service has what module to provide the error. We'll go and quickly check it. So there you go. Catch error is the RxJS operator which provides that functionality. So that's just a part of create dialog, and these are the things which we have, which you need to understand. Few imports, then form, then different kind of validation, and then submit form, and then reset form. Alright, let's go and check what's there in the HTML. Alright, there you go. So as I discussed, this is the form group which we have created. Okay, this is the grid list. Inside the grid list, we are having different mat form fields. So this is the form field for username. I have a label for this. This is my input control. So if I have to show like this, this is my input control. You see, first name, form control name, I have given first name over here, which is relating from this form control. How? Form builder, and this is the first name, which should be matching of this one, form control. I said it is required. Then we have used mat error, basically HTML control of material design, where I am checking if form group dot controls of first name dot valid does not valid. It does not. And then form group dot controls dot first, then we have to get the error message, and this will call the function in my TS file about get error message for that first name, and it will call this function and display this message. So that's what it is. Similarly, we have other control like class name, which doesn't have any validation. Next control, we are having username. Username validation is like this, and HTML is like this. Then we are having other control password, and here in password as well we are following the same approach. And then after that email, then we have country group, then we have phone, and phone doesn't have any validation. Then we are having date of birth, and we are saying DOB is required. So that's all is there in the HTML. Then these are the controls, these are the button. On submit, we are supplying the form group dot value. On reset, we are resetting the form. Clear is clearing the form. Alright, so this and close, it's closing the form. This is what we have in create HTML. Create TS is corresponding TS file for that HTML. which fires CRUD service, and this CRUD service calls a RESTful API. Alright, so we have discussed about what, let me reiterate through. We have discussed about this form. We have this form, we have validation, we have different kind of validation, we have different kind of controls, we have utilized calendar control. Until form is not valid, this button is not going to get enabled. Let me show you again and insert one record. Okay, and okay, and then we'll enter the password. Alright, next is gmail.com will enter, and we'll select the country group. We can select any of them, and let's say I'm selecting this and this one, and then we are giving phone number, and then we can select the DOB whatever you wanted to, and we'll just say submit, and it will go and interact with the RESTful API inside this particular record. Alright, record has been inserted. You wanted to see, yeah, of course, this record we have inserted just now. That's what it is. Okay, now it's time to check for the second component which we have created. Okay, alright, let me pull up this. Like the node module is open. No, we don't need it. Alright. So we have discussed this create dialog. Now it's time to discuss the read dialog. So read dialog is also how we are having similar approach, and this one is pretty simple one. We have component, we have injected the toaster service, and we have injected the registration model. I will show you the registration model as well, because till now that one we are missing. Okay, we have injected the CRUD service over here, and we have injected the toaster service. CRUD service is calling the read task, and if it is getting the data, we are showing the message true. Okay, record test successful. If it is not able to test, we are showing this one. Now let's talk about this registration, from where this registration model is coming and what is there. In the registration, whatever the model we wanted to insert or we wanted to get from my RESTful API, this one is the my model. So number field, string field, and date fields are there. Alright, so only these simple things we are having in read part of it. Okay, and read task method, how it is there in the service, this is simple. HTTP get what registration array, find my API URL and pass the header. What is that API URL is? This is the API URL which I am calling, and I am telling that go and get me all the records. Okay, so this is all there in the TS file of this read one. And if you wanted to take a look, or I will be providing the code as well, checking in the grid, and if it is not possible, I will email you. And if you are having any questions, you can comment on the video. Now next thing, let's quickly check the read component HTML. Read component HTML is simple things. We have just mat dialog content, and we have this mat table assigning the data source. Okay, and we are having these columns. So yeah, of course I should discuss this thing as well. And this column is getting binded like this, and then we are having mat row header, display column, and let row column. Okay, there this how this is getting binded. This is the data source, right? Okay, let's go and check. That is the data source. I said data source is type of registration array, which I have shown you the model, right? What I am trying to do, this data source, whatever I am retrieving from the read task, I am assigning over here. Okay, now display column, what all the column we wanted to display in mat table is ID, first name, username, email, country, and DOB. So guys, I'm just telling you, if you are having any questions, you can ask in the comment section of the video. I tried to explain two components over here. Let's go to third one. And third one is also almost with the similar approach, but there is some tricks on that. Okay, so we have these kind of imports, few imports from RxJS, toaster service, registration, and key value pair for the country drop down. Okay, we have few default filters, then we have form group, and almost similar to the create one. Then we have injected the thread service and toaster service over here in the constructor. We have initialized the form group like this. Then we have called the method called get records. And what this get records is doing, whatever the record I wanted to update, first of all I wanted to fill up the drop down. Okay, so read task I am firing up, it is fetching me all the records. Then I am calling fill select. What this fill select is doing, it is taking all of the records and inserting to record key dot code. I will tell you what the record key dot code is. I might have declared. So this is key value pair, and I am displaying the username, name and ID in the drop down so that you can select which one you wanted to update. And once we submit it, we fire update task of the selected record and the form value. This dot selected record will have the ID of that particular record and then form value. Then I will go over here in update task, and update task, what it is doing, it is need API URL with this particular ID to be supplied, and then API URL data headers. Okay, and this will call my RESTful API. Let's go quickly to my update HTML component. So there you go, and this is again form. This is the drop down which we are binding for the select, giving the facility to user select the record which you want to update. Record key is used over here, and the rec dot value we are binding over here, and display we are displaying this. Okay, I will show you in the form as well. Then we are having same form with the same kind of validation what we discussed in create one. All right. Then we are having this button. Let me show you the update form as well for your replacement, and click over here. Yeah, this one is the update form. Let's say I wanted to select any code. No, this one is not selecting. This one is taking previous value. All right. Let's say okay, this one is again. So let's say Arya. Okay, I want to update this one. Somehow it is value is not getting mapped again. No problem on that, and we'll select this one, and this will be updated, and I will hit the update button. Record is updated successfully. All right, next part is my delete. So simply delete is also having approach of this, and it will delete that particular record if it is a valid one. Okay, so I will click the delete over here. Okay, let's see the delete HTML and do. If you are finding any improvement, you can comment, or I will improve it, or you improve it and check in into my Git repository. So delete dialog is almost very much similar to the update one. Okay, these are the inputs, these are the services. All right, so it's hanging somehow, no problem. Okay, then yeah, here you go service, here it is form, then I'm getting the records. Then this validation is not required in delete one because all of the controls are read only. All right, then submit, and we'll pass this delete record, and delete task is firing up over here in this particular method. All right, so we have learned till over here how to create HTML. So we have learned create a Angular project, create component, create service, call HTTP service, and apply the form group for reactive form, validations, and calling the RESTful service. All right, let's just hold on for a moment, and what I will show you the RESTful API which I have created and how I have created that particular API. Okay, so let me go to my Visual Studio. Yeah, here is my Visual Studio 2019. We already have one tutorial how to create the thread operation application in .NET Core Web API, but here is my Web API part is, and just hold on for a moment because Visual Studio is hanging due to my system problem or some other problem, but that's not a function, it will come up. Okay, so meanwhile it is loading, I will tell you so what problem you can face. You can face the problem of enable course, which I have done by initializing the policy in startup.ch and then applying that core policy over here, which will give me what all is needed and who all can access this particular. coming. So we'll go. Let's say I have created one simple .NET Core Web API project. What we have done is we have created this registration model which we are trying to insert, update or delete. Okay. So this one is the registration model which is getting loaded. Yeah, please wait. You can skip for 5 seconds. Okay, there you go. Here we have the registration model and it's coming up. Okay, so yeah, this one is my model which I'm talking about. It has ID, first name, last name, username, password, email, country, phone, and date of birth. This is one. So I have created one model. Then what I have done is I have created one controller, and that is the registration controller. I have associated that controller with model and utilized the entity framework. And this one is my registration controller which I'm talking about, and it has different methods. So if I go over here and navigate to the down, we have different methods. So get registration. Okay, then this one is for getting the registration by simple ID. Then we have put registration which is getting utilized for update, and then next we are having post registration, and this is how post is working. Request is coming over here and it is posting it, and then we are creating a create action on that and supplying, passing it registration and registration ID. Then we have this delete registration. So that's all we have over here. Let me reiterate to what you have learned is you have learned this: how to create Angular component, how to create a form group, reactive form, how to place the validation, how to call HTTP services, and how to put the form level validation. And if form is valid, then only this button will be enabled. That's what you have learned. Then simple all CRUD operation you have learned: create, read, update and delete. So thanks for watching it. I will check in the code of Web API, and I will try to check in the code of the Angular as well. If it is not possible to check in from here, I will provide you the Angular part of the code in HTML file. You just need to follow these steps and you will be able to create this. Hope it helps. If you are having any kind of feedback or anything, you can comment on the video, or you can just let me know what should I do to improve on, and what you are missing, and what is the important thing or important question which you have regarding this tutorial, or you are having anything about HTTP services, you are having anything about calling RESTful services or form validation or creating the models, creating the reactive forms. You can just comment on the video and I will try best of my level to answer those things. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned, lot of things are gonna to come.